The dragons are back. And tonight, 2 new fire breathers are unleashed under UK's #1 vitamin business, Tej Lalvani. They've got some fierce competition, and for the entrepreneurs who will face them. But who will strike the best deal tonight?
It's got me excited.
I'm going to make you an offer.
I will add value, not just be a passive...
Commerce. And first to feel the heat of the den are Julianne Ponan and Matthew Ford from Surrey. They've been preparing their pitch for months, but prove that when those...
And I was too nervous to take it any further. Oh my God. You get one shot in front of these amazing entrepreneurs.
My heart is...
Hi Dragons, I'm Julianne, owner and CEO of Creative Nature.
Innovative baking mixes that cater for all top 14 allergens. They're organic and have a vegan recipe on pack.
The inspiration behind Asda, Lloyd's Pharmacy, TK Maxx, Ocado, Vital Ingredients and many independent health stores. And on top of this, we've just secured a launch in Co-op.
Ponan and Matthew Ford, who are looking for investment in their range of free-from foods.
The snack bars, you've got apple pie, salted...
Julianne, you look terrified, absolutely terrified. You started the business how long ago?
So that was nearly 5 years... No.
I don't own any of the business.
I don't understand, Matthew, if you've been there since the start...
Yes.
Why don't you own part of the business?
He's never talked about shares, actually, at all.
No, my question is, why haven't you?
Why haven't I? We're actually together.
And now ex-banker Jenny Campbell wants to get her teeth into their sales figures.
OK, so tell me about the last 3 years trading.
So 2015, 20,000, with a net profit of 18,000.
OK, so something strange is happening in the numbers here. What happens in 2016 that you then go to...
Her feet and proving that beneath the jitters lies a savvy businesswoman who can learn from her mistakes. And it looks like Deborah Meaden is feeling confident.
So what is it that you're looking for?
I think there's going to be problems down the road with supermarkets, as they will always push you on margin.
I'm glad you obviously recognise them.
I want to know about this contract you've just signed. The Co-op £1 million contract. Tell me about that.
2,367 stores. We've got an email confirming our store count. And
that wasn't to say that you have
rate of sale.
Well, yeah, but when I get a contract, I'll get actually a forward order. You've got an initial order, and then you are then presupposing...
What have we predicted?
We predicted a 77k profit this year.
70k profit. So what does that value your business at, then? 20 times its...
Up, it's with an over-generous valuation on a fledgling business. As he exits the deal, will new dragon Tej Lalvani see...
At the end of the day, your business could be gone overnight if your margins are not there.
You have done fantastically so far, but you are at this juncture where you need some help.
All the way through from finance to delivery. You know, you're a real entrepreneur. However, your valuation is crazy. Crazy.
I think it's a good business. You've got a great opportunity ahead of you, but you're also at your most risky phase of the business. So that's my offer.
Deborah Meaden's offer of £75,000 for 20...
I think you just need to be more confident and believe in yourself. I'm very tempted, but we talk to the wall.
The entrepreneurs now have a tricky decision to make. To give away 25% of their company to Deborah Meaden.
My only thing is I would like you to be at 20%. That was my sort of 5%.
Do you know, I feel a bit odd about buybacks. it's kind of counterintuitive. Why would I want to buy back?
Of 250,000.
So if you're 100%.
I'm 100% on the
Oh, thank God for that.
Excellent. Can you look a bit happier, please?
Go on. You got it.
I'm happy. I'm literally just a bit, I guess, overwhelmed with everything. I've always wanted Deborah. It means
Strategy will reward him with a trophy investor.
If the Dragons tried to boss me around in the den, I don't believe it would work because everything's airtight.
Side Limited. Today I am seeking £100,000 in exchange for 12.5% of the business. Play 5 Side Limited began back in 2009, where our focus was pitch. However, it did not get the funding for fencing and floodlighting to go alongside it. So I approached the playground and I said to them, well, we can do that for you in exchange, again, completely free of charge. In exchange for that, we would ask for a set number of rent-free weeks to recoup the investment. The school would then charge us a rental. In addition to this, I believe this is an idea that can really change the shape of Britain. I look forward to your questions and I would like you to come and have a look at the surfaces.
Easy.
There you go, that's an investment. Right?
Tuka Suleiman's on target, but will Nilesh score a goal with his investment opportunity? Jenny Campbell is...
I was on my internship where I spotted the gap in this market. I cannot stand working 9 to 5:30. And I couldn't take direction to get into.
Give me a sort of broad brush costing of you see a playground and you go and pitch to the owner of that.
So a typical...
So it's going great guns.
Oh, yeah, it's going very well at the moment. I can't lie, it's very good at the moment.
The healthy numbers have won Nilesh a...
In a sense, we'd provide activities.
So why don't you get them to pay for it?
Because a lot of them, they don't have the funding. I'm not sure if you've read recently, but a lot of youth services, the sectors, have actually had their fundings. Right, so, you know, women and men, OK, if they're playing on tarmac, it's a hard surface. Straight away, damages your knees. In addition, we're in quite a rainy country. If it rains, tarmac...
I want to entertain why I might be so knowledgeable about netball.
I can only apologise about that.
Can you answer me the can't just right?
Just have a heart-to-heart like we are now and just say, well, I don't believe it to work because of X, Y and Z. You can then come back and say, well, actually, it should work because of X, Y and Z. So, again, it's the respect...
on side. But next on the attack is Deborah Meaden, demanding more detail on those numbers.
What are you? So you've spent £150,000 worth of cash.
Yeah.
You've made £350,000 worth of...
400.
£400,000 worth of profit.
Yeah.
The money.
So you're saying, what is the difference between 216 and 400?
Yeah.
OK, so there's a lot of ongoing maintenance works.
No, well, that's in your profit and loss.
Yeah, OK.
And me, and it says something's not working out here.
OK. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have, off the top of my head, I don't have the answer to that question. Around 200k. Which has now been paid off.
OK, what was that about?
That was ultimately all about literally...
I'm exasperated. Are you hearing these words?
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
OK, I think I know what... No, I know what... I have no idea. I'm really sorry about this, but that's done it for me. I'm out.
Disaster for Nilesh.
When Deborah was questioning the gap in the accounts, you should have straight away brought it up then.
Yeah.
But you acted like you had no idea what she was talking about.
I agree.
However, you weren't quite open with your figures.
The mistake were made a long time ago, too.
It's fine, look.
I think it is very hard to sort of decide when to pull your skeletons out of the cupboard or not, because you probably thought, well, if I go in and say I had them out.
4 dragons out, and it's beginning to look like it's all over for Nilesh. Peter Jones was...
And I'm going to make it slightly worse for you. I would have invested today. Because I really like the idea. I think you say that I'm out.
Thank you.
Peter Jones shows the sports pitch business the red card, and the driven entrepreneur exits the...
A million years ago, if you want to think of it in business terms,
guess they failed to realise that I lost everything and I still came back from it.
Terrible plot, Debbie.
Please don't call me Debbie.
Or risk losing everything.
In a year's time, you could be left with diddly squat.
Been trying to make it an industry front runner ever since.
It's got huge potential. The product sells itself. So, hello, Dragons. My name's Jason Hamlin. I've got a company called Bikeaway, and I'm looking for a £600,000 investment for a 50% share in my company. They have gone to an organisation called Sold Secure. And Sold Secure do an attack standard, so they literally break into something and they give it a ranking. They've got a wonderful product for you lot for you all to get involved with if you'd like to. And please, I'd like to answer any questions that you may have.
A passionate...
I don't understand. It just looks like an enclosure. That is just surely like a lockable small shed for a bike, isn't it?
It's the design. This has got a patent on it as well. It is very simple, Peter, I totally agree, but that's the beauty of it. When you lock it, you cannot open that door now.
And get in it.
No, I'm saying you honestly can't. If you got into it within 10 minutes, you can have your money back again.
A patented...
20,000 on bikes, and security is a risk. So how many have you sold?
I've sold over 10,000 lockers throughout the future.
But why do you need £600,000 today if you haven't got a plan for it?
I need the money to build the locker in.
The dragon who made her cash in cash points wants to get to grips with what's propping up this company's £1.2 million valuation.
How are you valuing this at 1.2 million now?
I've explored loads of markets, I'd say selling 10,000 altogether. And I really hope you don't throw your toys out the pram before... You're putting in 600,000, I'm putting in 600,000. So therefore, I'm valuing my company at 600.
I think you genuinely think you valued your business at £600,000. Am I right?
I'm 500 because I'm putting 100 grand's worth of assets in.
Right, so can you please... Yeah.
OK, so you've now owned my company and it would have 1.2 million in the bank
yes,
account. Take
my 1.2 million.
Yeah, in the bank account, which you own. Take the 1.2 million.
That is a little bit of a block.
It is a terrible block, Debbie.
Jason, can I just say that you just called Deborah Debbie?
Did he?
Deborah. Sorry, Peter.
Together different group of experts.
Go down the pub tonight and have this debate about 600,000 and 1.2 million, and I'll take a bet on where that'll land. So, bless you, I'm out.
New dragon Jenny Campbell shows her bite and applies the brake.
The problem is that I needed you to come in at a much lower level, and because you haven't, sadly, I'm going to say that I'm out.
Oh, that's a real shame.
The matter is, I am worried at the amount of work that you need
that is the problem.
in the business, so I'm afraid for that reason. We'll forget the value.
Becomes the fourth dragon to exit the deal. Only Tuka Suleiman remains, and with business interests in a cycling website, we'll
go our separate ways.
You seem like a very knowledgeable person in this field. Very all the best.
Jason's commitment to his product won the praise of Tuka Suleiman, but he couldn't convince the dragons of his company's worth.
Dude now, but I'm obviously wrong.
When Ben came to me with the idea for our business, it wasn't so much a should we do this, it was like, great, when we get
to show you our new online shopping tool, Pouch. Last year, in the UK, 840 million people searched for voucher codes. And it's really easy to understand.
And valid voucher codes, and presents them to you at the checkout page of the website you're on.
And here's how it works. You'll immediately see that our icon sits in the top right-hand corner of your screen. And at the checkout...
Only for 75% of all online shopping baskets to be abandoned. And leaving to search for a voucher code is a major cause of this.
And that's why in only a few months we've already built commercial relationships.
Who are looking for £75,000 in return for 15% of their company. Deborah Meaden is keen to find out how this might...
Understand how it works. So when I'm sitting there, am I automatically going to be offered pouch, or do I have to have a relationship with pouch so that when I go to click my...
Totally recognise the problem. I will go on 3 websites looking for a pair of shoes and leave the basket open on 2 and then go looking for voucher codes. You said that 75%...
which has impressed multimillionaire bargain hunter Jenny Campbell. But the den's technology mogul thinks he's heard it all before.
Can you tell me about the size of those competitors?
Yeah, so there's really 2, maybe 3 people doing it, 2 that we take seriously.
Now, Peter Jones is curious to find out if Pouch's business potential is reflected in its owner's pay packets.
Really cool, we live with our parents.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and that is, and do you know what, that is really cool, but my point is the fact that you need to think about now how you're going to raise more money, and then think about, actually, at the end...
Tuka Suleiman wants to question what this app means for his big brand names.
We are in a retail world that...
I mean, I would disagree, because...
You would disagree?
I would disagree. Well, firstly, we've done quite well, so 3 of your competitors in the last week, we should give her a 15% discount in real time. That is the end goal, but in order to get there...
That's being done already.
No, it hasn't. They don't sit in the browsers.
My big issue is the fact that there is a big concern over the amount of money that you need to raise to make this successful, involved, and really get behind it. So that's why... but it's going to come at a price. I'm going to make you an offer of all of the money.
Will seeing the den's technology expert make a bid incentivise Deborah Meaden to make a competing offer?
So, I'm going to make you an offer. And I'm going to...
Meaden asks for a lower equity stake than her rival Dragon. Will Tuka Suleiman be tempted to take on the business and his fellow Dragon?
We're throwing in 5 brands. So you will pick up 5 brands immediately as customers. All I want is one more.
I understand what you guys are doing, and I believe there's a massive potential. And we've got my brand, Vitobiotics, which we do a huge amount of advertising that can be plugged straight in with all our...
Forces with retail tycoon Tuka Suleiman to try and clinch the deal. 4 multimillionaires are now vying for the business.
So, I would like to make you an offer. And I come to you as, you know, one of the...
We go to the...
The wise wall.
The wise wall.
A major coup for Ben and Johnny as all 5 dragons, the entrepreneurs, are now firmly in the driving seat, and unusually, it's the investors who must sweat it out.
To 18%. And I would like that split between 3 dragons. First of all, middle of eye contact. But, Jenny, because of the time that you have,
I would do the 6%.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A thrilling finish as the duo leave with the £75,000 investment in their pouch and the den's longest service.
I think that was quite a wise move.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed. Much.
They've just made the best investment they've ever made in their lives. So
business, and we saw it help Ben and Johnny convince all the dragons to compete for a slice of their company. Such a different story for Julianne and Matthew, who entered the...
One of your legs looks alive. I think it's only fair that you're in there with me, Deborah.
If you'd like to all go and sit down, we'll just stay here.
If you do not...
As one of the new dragons, I come with a blank sheet of paper.
Excuse me.
It's my piece
No,
now.
I'm defending my position.
I have no interest in sharing it.